If you're a beginner to lead guitar or struggling to play guitar solos, this lesson's for you. Guitar playing is about the visual first, that's what we learn. And as a beginner, we learn these open chords. And we learn just basic scales. But now the hard part, we take that head knowledge, the visual part of guitar playing, and we need to make music with it, which means rhythm. You have to have rhythm and movement to those notes. We can take the basic chords that we learn as a beginner and play around those chords. Say something about the chord, basically. A, and this simple concept is where it all starts. You are connected to the chord in a simple way. You're saying something about the chord, but you're doing it locked into some rhythm. Let me break down how to do this and practice this concept. Let's go. So first we have this E chord. I finger it this way so I have a way to slide up from that chord and create lead lines. A lot of you might play it like this. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just like to have my ring finger on the A string. It's just easier for me to play off of the chord, basically. So we have the E chord, and then the A chord. We'll just vamp on these two chords to get my point across today. A lot of you might still play this A chord like this. It's just important to play it with a bar so you can control it a little better. Knowing the notes is important, but as a beginner, the visual is very important. We visualize these simple chords. We can also visualize the notes that sound good around those chords. So now the movement, the rhythm. So let's just take some simple downstrokes with the E chord. In time. Just stopping playing the chord for a second, but I'm not stopping my right hand. That is the key for me, and the mistake I made as a beginner is just like stopping the rhythm and then playing the notes, but you lost the rhythm, you lost the groove. To be a good lead guitar player and to play lead fills, you have to be good at timing. You have to have an internal kind of groove, a pulse. Up the scale, down the scale. Check this out. So we're just sliding from 2 to 4 on the A string, but getting back to home base, the second fret of the D string is the E note. Now next we'll go from 4 to 6 on the D string and then hitting the B note, which is in the E chord. Good to know that, but just check out the visual here. So 4 on the G string, 4 to 6. That's just a good movement, that little slide move. So you're going up, back down. And if you're struggling with this, do it really slow. same thing, the same movement. Throw little licks in there, but everything goes back to the chord. You're in a great ear training because you are playing a chord, playing notes in the chord, but with movement. That's you're doing so many good things here when you play this way. And you can just grab your guitar, play any few chords, 2 or 3 chords, and use this concept. So those movements in A, so 2 to 4 on the D string now, 2nd fret of the G string is the A note, home bass. Now sliding from 4 to 6 on the G string. And then hitting right here, 5th fret of the B string. You can hammer on or slide, I do both. And then back down. So you're on the 5th fret here, 7 to 5. Sliding from 6 to 4 on the G, and then back to 2nd fret as your A note, your home bass. So you're starting with your home bass. And that simple connection I just showed you, that's what I like to call it. It's a visual thing that you could look at. Once you get that under your belt, you can pick up some speed, but stay locked into time. So many beginners to playing lead guitar struggle with timing. You can see the notes, but this exercise, this type of practice will help you get locked in. This is a simple concept, but really can take it to an advanced level. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today for this quick tip lead guitar fill lesson. Let's talk soon.